Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota Vikings taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Again, everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Britton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Griffin. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Now it's Graham. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carroll. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On third down, Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Cardinals had 10-6 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Right back to him on first down. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now Murray. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake. Murray. Gets this one to Morris. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Play action. It's Graham. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Graham to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. So the completion good for 6 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Up the middle they go. Westbrook has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the gun, Murray. That is caught inside the 5. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On first down, Westbrook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd down, Westbrook. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And they go play action now. Graham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 2. Now Graham. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They find themselves in a good-size hole here, and a good-size hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now Graham. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Britton. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Graham going to set up to throw. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Graham will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's interesting how we label routes. You know, some people might call this a hitch. For me, a hitch is a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, about 1 to 3 yards deep. A lot of people might call this a dig route, going this deep on a 3rd and 7 to pick up the 1st down. Others just call it a stick route. Get to the right point, stick in that spot, and let them hit you with a pass. No matter what, they did pick up the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Griffin. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Graham to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. From the gun, it's Graham. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. Britton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Britton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a give right side. Britton. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now Graham on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throw left side complete. That's Morris. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw is Murray. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Murray now on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
They run the counter. Westbrook, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now out comes Minnesota. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. On 2nd down, here's Graham. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Graham here from the shotgun. He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Graham. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go. Britton, and he's got room. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Right back to him on 1st down. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Britton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Britton, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school I.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The football going back over to Arizona now. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On second down now, Westbrook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They fake the handoff, now Murray. On the move to his left. He completes it to Westbrook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
From the 27, Murray. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Murray. The quick slant caught. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 2nd and goal, Murray, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. From a yard out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32 and obviously well short of the first down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Morris. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 1st down, Murray. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Westbrook. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run on first down. Westbrook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's got a man. Complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Murray going to throw. Escaping the pressure. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the shotgun, Graham. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So that a potential lifeline offensively. It gets them out of harm's way deep in their own end.
You nailed that one perfectly because those are the kind of mistakes that give defense coordinators fits. They make a good play, and they let them off the hook.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Graham. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd down, Graham firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the left side. Britton. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They'll keep it on the ground. Britton, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Looking to throw. Graham. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this one is right through, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On second down, Westbrook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Westbrook.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Murray now. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Murray now to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Murray now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now Murray again. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Murray. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry.
And the Cardinals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Britton. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down now. Britton. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Britton. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 108 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a give right side. It's Griffin.
He's got it to the 43 here.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Griffin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 6-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a give right side. Britton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that, and guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Now a handoff up the middle. Westbrook, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
108 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
On 2nd down, Westbrook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Gets this one to Morris.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Up the middle they go. Westbrook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Westbrook.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that flag accepted.
Second down, Murray sets to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun. Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morris. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On first down, Westbrook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray, he finds his man, complete. It's Morris. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And out now come the Vikings.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Graham. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Graham to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. To throw once more, here is Graham. Caught here by Griffin. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Graham. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now Graham on 1st down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 21 yards away.
And the Vikings get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Morris. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And now out comes Minnesota. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll throw on first down with Graham. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Walsh. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He finds his man, complete. It's Walsh. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. First down, here's Graham. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing now, Graham on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They'll try and throw for it with Graham. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The 10-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they take a knee.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Arizona,
they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Minnesota,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.